Alright, my buddy's on his way. We're going to pick up a 1960s John Deere 1010 backhoe. Got all my tools ready, air compressor, high lift jack, snow pants, battery jumper for the winch, come-alongs, sockets. We're ready to go. Let's do this.
Is it? It's not that bad. Never mind.
You want to pull it all out or just okay?
Alright. Luke, your best bet's probably just jumping off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Alright, let's block that tractor up, pull this bucket up. You got somebody coming right now behind you. Okay.
guys, here she is. 1960 John Deere 1010 with a 710 loader and a 50 bucket. This is a industrial farm tractor or industrial tractor. Check out the footage of us loading this thing yesterday. It's got one car tire on the front, one tractor tire, and then 2 tube tires in the back. It is seized, so I got a good deal on it because the engine is seized up. Someone took the manifold off because it was cracked. This is the story I was told, at least, and left it off inside of a barn, and it seized. And then it sat outside for 2 more years after that, and now I'm the owner. So this thing is 68 years old, and it's actually in pretty good shape. Transmission shifts through all the gears. Everything's free. The cylinders are all free. I do have one bad cylinder right there. You can see the surface pitting on it. We'll have to polish that, but most of the other ones are in good shape. The guy, when he was loading it, he did put some dents in this cylinder because we were pushing it with another tractor. I was a little upset about that, to be honest, but I think there were some dents from him doing it previously. I believe this is a 16 or 18 inch bucket. I'll have to measure it. And we have the 2 stabilizers. That one is sagging, so it's chained up, but you can see all the grease. Some of the welds that need repaired. We have a boom repair here. We have the stowaway position pin mount. We have one on this side, but the other side is broken off. The tires are a little rough, but again, they're tubed, so you can kind of run that rubber as long as you don't move too fast for a long time. We've got the counterweights up front, which is worth a good bit in itself. The actual loader looks pretty good. The bucket is not in good shape, though. We got some cracks there filled with dirt because they kept using it. So it doesn't have the blade on it. It's supposed to be a blade that's bolted here on top of this, so I might be able to cut that out or torch that out and then patch it and then put a new blade on. I also want to build a blade that has teeth that you'd have to unbolt and bolt on, but then you can dig with it a little bit, and also want to build forks for this. It has hooks on it, which is awesome. We use that to actually pull it up the ramp. And again, you know, the cylinders are all going to need repaired. I'm using this chain to hold it up right now. It's pretty awesome. I mean, this is by far the biggest project I've ever taken on. 4,200 hours. And the spark plugs are out of it. I put them in just for riding down the road, and I covered the exhaust manifold holes for driving down the road, so there was no road grime. The oil actually looks pretty dang good. See if you can see that. Probably not. It definitely has some diesel in the oil. I can tell it's thin because they tried to break the pistons loose with diesel and PB Blaster, and that didn't work. So, but it's got its fair share of patches. You can see here, and I don't know if that's stock. That looks like someone did that. The cool thing is the opposite side here has the oil reservoir, and they gave me this hood, which is probably worth more than the tractor in itself. This original 1960 John Deere 1010 hood, which actually fit on track loaders and combine, well, not the combine, but the other versions of this tractor. So what I know about this is, oh, it's also nice. It has the new controls, meaning left, right, up, down, instead of 6 different sticks, or I guess you'd have 8 different sticks here for each function, which you have to switch between. So it's actually not a bad backhoe situation. What was I saying? Oh, the same up there. It's got the twin brakes, which is great as well. because when you're back dragging, your front tires lift up, and then you can steer with your brakes. If someone knows, I was told that this red switch here is a high-low on the trans. See that red switch right there on the left of the gear shift? I don't know if that's a high-low because it's got 5 gears. Neutral, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in reverse. So if that's a high-low, then we have, you know, 12 gears, 2 reverse, 10 forward. And then you switch the hydraulics with this right here to go between the backhoe and the loader, because the tractor wasn't designed to run both at the same time, which is fine because you'll never do it. I have the seat that goes up there too. But the plan for this is to build my house and build a shop. That's why we purchased it. We got a really good price on it. Gonna need a ton of work, so my first plan is to get this grease off, like I said, give it more of a structural inspection, see how much cracking we have, how much welding we're gonna have to do, and then get that engine unseized. So I'm also gonna put some probably automatic transmission fluid mixed with diesel in there and some PB blaster. So all right, let's get it all cleaned off. Up, we're gonna pour, I don't know how much, let's just say a good bit of this PB blaster down into the cylinders. So I've got my funnel that the spark plug's pulled out, and let's fill this thing up. I'm a man who doesn't care what they think about the things that I do. I used about half of this, so most of it's on the ground too. Never seen $10 sit on the ground so easily. Alright, I'm going to pull the hood off. I want to see if we can get a breaker bar on it. Let that soak for a couple weeks.